champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Just stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers.
There are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Number 31, the ball.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now a handoff looking right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Lock. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play.
1st down.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Number 30.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. Down right around the 25. It was Justin Houston who got him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Lock working out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
For the running back.
Tackled by Darrell Taylor.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He was brought down by Ben Burton. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Block off of play action. That's complete right around the 8. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the 1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On now, Tucker McCann. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
A 25-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
3rd down.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
For a Seahawks.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll move the chains.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Back in the 1st quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the 1st quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Now throwing on 1st down and completing it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
11-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down and goal to go.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now arguably the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
Extra bulk up front for second and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run this one in. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. We call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And it is up.
It is good.
And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Broncos 3. Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now this time Locke will throw. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a third and 8. From the gun, it's Locke. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Seahawks 17. Broncos 3. Aldrich throws.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
Dante Pettis on the return. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
Second down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Aldrich Rosa set to kick off.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. From the gun, block. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Operating from the gun. Block. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
First and 10. At their own
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
It's a gain of 9.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's complete to Jake Butt. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
That's the reason we ball for them. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
16-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th. Down.
3 and out. 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10.
Makes the score Seahawks 17, Broncos 10.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now this fourth quarter becoming very interesting. That pick six makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll have a first down past the 40. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
1-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now left side on the swing pass. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
Now 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
55, Mike, 55. Here we go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Mayfield on 1st down. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. To rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Seahawks, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the 49ers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Take a sip when it's split, we on track for the win. Celebrate the win again, celebrate the win again. Yeah, the sun can't touch me, got a brand new visor, yeah. You're friend smart, but my bud's wiser, yeah. Get the job done like the equalizer. And I'ma grab another drink, cause tonight I'ma die like Michael Phelps. Hey, diving in this pool, I don't know what we have. Hey, I'm just telling you the truth. I heard a flare gun, I'm ready to race. No, I don't fear none, I'm stuck in my ways. They say I'm the chosen one, to see it in my face. Get this one and I'm holding on, I can't be replaced. I just take a shit.